Did you ever think that you would be 7 years older than your offensive coordinator while you were still
Is
playing?
he only 30?
He is only 30 years old.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I always knew Kellen had special traits to him, when he approached it. I think that, when he was a backup quarterback here, and I say this with a compliment, he acted like a coach, how he prepared, how he went about it, always drawing different plays. And, I think age is just a number. He certainly handles his own with anything that you would think would possibly be a concern as far as age, maturity, handling guys, dealing with situations, having a clear explanation of what he wants it to look like, and I think he played in this system, and he has his own little wrinkles that he wants to put into it, but it's not really, I think this day and age, we're seeing it more and more, and he's just a really good football coach.
He's so laid back with us. How does he go about commanding a room? What traits allow him to do that with you guys as the entire offense when he has to get up in front of the entire group?
Well, I think one of the best things I've noticed about him early on is just he's so selective with his words. And, he doesn't just get up there to talk, and it's long meetings. It can be for a long night and long days. He's very direct. He communicates. He doesn't get lost with his words, which I think is good for a coordinator when you're explaining what you want the system to look like and how you got to adjust. He is mild-mannered in a lot of ways, but he knows what he wants. And guys want to play hard for those guys, that's what you want a coordinator. Help us get in good situations, and if it's not right, hold us to a higher standard. And when it is, let's celebrate together. And he's got a good way about him from that regard.
When you heard that Zeke reportedly was going to Cabo, did you think, oh, God, anywhere but
yeah. Personally, those guys don't even remember that. They're too young to know that story. Only you guys. But, perception's reality, I guess, is my lesson learned from that point. But honestly, that was a different situation. It was, during the playoff week. I think for him, it's kind of nonsense to us. I know he's going to be training. He's going to be ready to play. I don't know that we have a guy on this football team that loves football and enjoys being one of the guys in the locker room, in these meetings and during training camp, a little bit of a jokester like Zeke is, And so he's going to work hard. He's going to be prepared. I know he's preparing himself to carry the workload like he has his entire career. I don't see that being any issue of where he's doing his training at.
But as an older player now, do you understand more of the optics of it in comparison to when you were a little bit younger?
Yeah. My situation, certainly. Yeah, absolutely, many years ago. But, in his, I really don't think it matters. It's warm weather, and he's going out there, probably got a good team around him, and somewhere he can train and not get bothered. And so I get that. I don't think that is a concern on my end or this football team's end.
On a day like today when Dak throws interceptions in team drills, do you say anything to him? And you have this perspective of what that means in training camp versus.
Yeah. Well, first off, you don't need to say anything to him. I mean, his communication, he always owns up to it, even when it's not his fault, and you work through those different things, and that shows his maturity level of where he's trying to go. I think his anticipation for throws the entire camp has been at a much higher level, and so with that, it's not always going to be the perfect outcome on certain things. So, no, I mean, he's far enough along that, he doesn't need the old pat on the back like a young player. I mean, he has extremely high expectations for himself, and so in those situations, you just want to help the offense. You just want to find a way to kind of pick up their energy, and that's the only thing that stinks about getting these vet days. You're not out there, so I don't have the platform I used to. Got to take them when I get them.